I think it's really important with all your next generation, basically, of future Olympians. That's what this whole clinic and camp is all about. And what I want to try and get across is what the Olympic Games is all about, what it means. Everyone's focused on their sport, in this case obviously equestrian, but for these future riders to realise that equestrian is one of 28 sports in the Olympic Games, and they have an opportunity of being part of this fantastic team, the Australian Olympic team, which has been going continuously since 1896. So it's getting across that message of what it means to be an Olympian, how special the Olympic Games are, and also that it doesn't come easy and they actually have to work hard to get there. I'm very honoured to be chef de mission of the Olympic team for Rio 2016. I was deputy chef de mission in London, and I'd been to 3 Olympic Games in various capacities as a coach and athlete prior to that. But being chef de mission is basically the CEO of the team, if you like. For me, it's an enormous honour, a greater honour actually than being an athlete at the Olympic Games. But with that honour comes with it a huge responsibility, and it's something that I take very seriously, and I'll leave no stone unturned and do whatever I can do to ensure that all our athletes, all our riders have the best possible environment for them to achieve their best in Rio and hopefully in future games as well. The equestrian component at the Rio Games will be in a place called Diodoro, and there'll be 9 sports that are contested out in Diodoro. There's rugby sevens, there's modern pentathlon, hockey, mountain bike, shooting, and equestrian, of course. So it's about 30 kilometres from the Olympic Village, so the equestrian athletes will be living in the village and travelling to Diodoro every day. It's a military town. It's not somewhere that we'll be putting people, so we're not recommending that family or friends of athletes stay out in Diodoro. But when the Olympic Park, if you like, complex is developed out there at Diodoro, the Diodoro Park, it's going to be a fantastic venue, and there'll be a real buzz. Equestrian won't just be stuck out there on its own. There'll be 7 or 8 other sports around it, other athletes, other Australian Olympic team members. So I think there'll be a really good feeling of unity between equestrian and other sports out there. A really big thing for me leading into Rio is to ensure that we have one team and one Australian Olympic team. There's 28 sports being contested in Rio. We're likely to be in 27 of them. We're not likely to qualify in handball. So that's about 470 athletes. So there'll probably be around 12 equestrian athletes amongst that 470. So a big thing for me is to try to ensure that we can bring all those sports together as one team, and that the equestrian athletes realise that obviously while they're focused on their particular job, be it dressage or jumping or in eventing, that there's a whole lot of other sports going on and a whole lot of other athletes who have sacrificed and invested just as much as they have. And I really hope that the equestrian athletes in Rio take the time away from their competition to recognise and respect the huge thing that they are a part of, which is the Olympic Games and the Australian Olympic team. Look, I love it. It's just like coming home. A beautiful facility here, and I spend I had 5 sports in pentathlon, and I still have very close relationships with all 5 of them. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was out at the shooting awards, and I spend quite a lot of time with the shooters as well. And shooting and riding in particular, I must admit, are 2 of my favourite sports. And I know we shouldn't have favourites, but I understand the environment. I understand the difficulty of dealing with an animal as part of your competition, as part of your performance. So for me, it's really special, and I certainly do have an affinity with equestrian as a sport.